Hey guys, Sarah Halina here, and today I'm going to be ranking the Falcon and the Winter Soldier episodes, so stay tuned. So I did this with WandaVision episodes, and I figured, why not do it with Falcon and Winter Soldier episodes? This was so challenging because the show itself felt like a movie. But I do have my ranking, so let's go with it. So first I want to start by saying that this list is based off of my personal preferences, no way an official ranking. Also, I will be talking about the episodes, so there will be spoilers. If you have not seen the show, go watch it, come back here, see which episodes were my favorite, which were my least favorite. Let's get to it. Coming in at number 6, I have episode 4, The Whole World is Watching. This episode had one of my absolute favorite moments. Like, I think it was maybe my favorite moment maybe out of the whole series. The Dora Milaje kicking John Walker's behind and his utter defeat at the fact that they weren't super soldiers. That was probably one of my favorite moments. We got a flashback to Bucky's time in Wakanda. That was great. But the reason that this episode is at the bottom of the list is because there was a whole lot of action and not much else. Like, sure, we had some character moments, like I said, with Bucky's time in Wakanda. But overall, it was just very action-packed. There wasn't a whole lot much else. So, yeah. And at this point, we only had 2 episodes left. And I just wanted some answers. Some hints to answers. I don't know. But we didn't really get that. And, yeah. So it's at the bottom of the list. At number 5, I have episode 1, New World Order. Look, this episode was a solid premiere. It set up the show. It did what it was supposed to. I love that Sam and Bucky didn't actually have any scenes together, so we got to see where they were at separately before we saw them together. That was great. There was great character moments that I loved. But ultimately, it was just a setup episode. There was nothing too spectacular, but nothing too bad either. So, yeah. Solid premiere episode, but yeah, definitely one of the weaker ones, I would say. At number 4, I have episode 3, Power Broker. Now, this episode brings Zemo into the fold, and I really enjoy his dynamic with Bucky and Sam. Look, Zemo, is he a great guy? No. But his dynamic with Sam and Bucky was a whole lot of fun. We get to see Madripoor. We get the reintroduction of Sharon. Io shows up. The pieces were coming together in this episode. It felt like we really kind of knew where the show was going to go. The pieces were there. It was great. We're starting to put the puzzle together. But I don't know what it was, but there was just something missing in this episode. And I can't figure out what it was, but there was just something. There was something missing. At number 3, I have episode 2, The Star-Spangled Man. Oh boy. Okay, so this episode really sort of explored the complexities of the legacy of Captain America. So, like, we really get to dive into John Walker and, you know, how he's, like, the beginning stages of how he's dealing with being assigned this role as Captain America and the legacy that he has to live up to. We also really see Sam struggling with, you know, the fact that he gave up the shield because, you know, he felt like nobody but Steve could hold that shield. Like, And the complexities of that. Then we get to see Bucky, who's just angry. Like, Sam's not Captain America. This John Walker dude is. That's not what Steve wanted. But on top of all that, we got to meet Isaiah Bradley, the super soldier that America didn't want the world to know about. And man, he was in prison for 30 years for being a hero, and man, poor Isaiah, seriously. But like the complexities of him being given the super soldier serum and never being acknowledged as a hero. And he very well could have been a Captain America if the world was not so, I guess, hell-bent on, the blonde hair, blue eyes. Like, Isaiah seems like a really good dude. He has the super soldier serum. He could have been Captain America, but wasn't. And instead, his life took a completely different turn than Steve Rogers. To even Bucky Barnes even. Like, yeah, you can argue that Bucky was kind of imprisoned, but this dude was literally imprisoned. And, like, kept away from everybody that he loved. I don't know. Like, I love exploring the complexities of the Shield and the legacy of the super soldiers, the legacy of Captain America. Yeah. This episode had comedic moments also with Sam and Bucky's therapy session that was very heavily promoted in the trailers. That whole therapy session was absolutely hysterical, but it ended very heavily with Bucky telling Sam, if Steve was wrong about you, then he was wrong about me. I don't know. I really kind of enjoyed this episode. I really did. But there are 2 episodes that I enjoyed more. A little bit more, but more. At number 2, I have episode 5, Truth. This episode was really all about the character moments for me. Like, I loved the character moments we got. Zemo and Bucky, Sam and Torres, Sam and Bucky, Sam and Isaiah. I also enjoyed the fight scene where the newest super soldier, John Walker, battles with Sam and Bucky because he is refusing to give up the shield. Like, he is like, I am Captain America. I did what I had to do. He didn't, by the way. But yeah, he was just like, I'm not giving up the shield. And Sam and Bucky are like, then we will snatch it from you. Like, we also got Julia Louis-Dreyfus as Contessa Valentina Allegra de Fontaine, who is recruiting John Walker, possibly for a Thunderbolts situation. I don't know, but she's recruiting him for something. This episode didn't give us clear-cut answers. That's one thing it did not do. Which was kind of frustrating because it was the second to last episode. And I wanted some answers, but didn't get them. We got more questions, that's for sure. But no answers. It did plant the seeds, though, for Sharon being the power broker. Yeah, I mean, overall, this episode had a good balance of character moments and fight scenes, and that's why I have it at number 2. But coming in at number 1, episode 6, One World, One People. So this is the final episode of the season Probably not the series, but the season. I don't know. But it's the final episode. And there was a whole lot of fight scenes. But it's the finale. So naturally there has to be. And I didn't mind the fight scenes as much in the finale as I did all other 5 episodes that we got. They managed to not only have a whole lot of fight scenes, but they managed to squeeze in character moments as well, which was a very nice surprise for me. Sam's whole speech to, the world leaders was just so moving. And when he's like, you have all the power. You have the power of an insane god or a misguided teenager. How are you going to use it? Like, Sam and his speeches are my favorite thing about this show. Yeah, but also when Sam took Isaiah to the Captain America Museum and showed him his statue and his whole write-up and everything like that, and basically said, now they'll never forget what you did for this country. And Isaiah goes and hugs him and is like crying, and I'm like, now I'm crying. Oh man. But yeah, Sharon also gets her full pardon and her old job back. I'm guessing at the CIA. Not SHIELD, but yeah, her old job back, and her plan is coming together nicely. It doesn't make any sense, but her plan is coming together nicely anyways. So yeah, the finale was filled with plenty of great moments, great fight scenes, and it was my favorite episode as the whole show. So yeah, that is my ranking of Falcon and Winter Soldier episodes. What is your ranking? Because I'm really curious to know. I feel like there's going to be a lot of differing opinions. Let me know all of that in the comments down below. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Click the notification bell so you can be notified when I upload my latest videos. You can check out my Falcon and Winter Soldier review by clicking here. You can check out more Marvel content by clicking here. And you can check out more rankings by clicking here. Follow all my socials. The link is in the description down below. And I will see you all in another video. Bye, guys.